If you love books as much as I do, you probably have a hard time throwing them out, even when they're falling apart and no longer readable. Here's a craft that gives a second life to old books. This tutorial was sponsored by sakuraofamerica.com. You don't need a lot of supplies for this project. You'll need an old book. I prefer books that are yellowed with age. Paperback books are easier to take apart. You'll need a frame to cover. I bought this one at the dollar store. Try to select one with a fairly wide edge so you can fit more rosettes. Remove the glass for now. You'll also need a hot glue gun. My secret weapon for this project is Sakura's Pen Touch Calligrapher pen. To make a rosette, tear 3 pages at a time from your book. It's okay if some of the glue from the binding remains along the edge. Shake the pen touch before using. To begin the ink flow, press the tip down several times. Starting at the long, untorn edge, draw a spiral shape, circling in counterclockwise. Don't draw off the edge of the paper. Keep the lines less than an inch apart. If the ink flow seems to be slowing, just press down on the tip again and keep drawing. Try to keep the line thick. This pen contains metallic ink that covers like paint, but dries instantly without dripping or warping the paper. I love how this pen creates a gorgeous gilded finish. Now cut out the spiral shape. Try to cut in the center of the line so the edges on both sides of the cut are gilded. You can throw away the excess paper scraps. Flip over the spiral and use the pen touch to trace the cut on the back side as well. Now we can turn the spiral into a rosette. Make sure your glue gun is plugged in and hot. Begin rolling the rosette from the outer edge. Make the center fairly tight. Once you have it started, you can hold the paper between 2 fingers and roll it quickly using your other hand. When the paper is rolled, you'll have a circle flap left at the end. Add a generous amount of hot glue to this flap, then press the coiled center of the rosette down. I like to pinch the rosette between my thumb and finger for a few moments while the glue cools. You can add pearl beads to the center of your paper flowers for added dimension. I varied the number of beads for interest. Finally, hot glue your rosette to the frame's edge. Once you've made a few practice rosettes, you might find it's faster to create these assembly line style. Don't worry about making your spirals perfect or your rosettes uniform. It looks better when the flowers are slightly different. When gluing the rosettes, squish them in tightly for a full effect. I needed 50 rosettes to cover this frame. You can get rid of any unsightly glue strands with a hairdryer. This gilded rosette frame would make a romantic wedding gift, or it could be a beautiful way to display heirloom photographs. To learn more about the Pen Touch Calligrapher, visit my sponsor's website, sakuraofamerica.com. For hundreds more tutorials, please visit my website, madebymarzipan.com.